No one is important enough to make you nervous. If you're anxious around someone, it's usually not because they're extraordinary. It's because you've handed them authority over how you see yourself. You've turned them into a judge. A slight frown, a raised eyebrow, and suddenly it feels like you're being evaluated. But here's the real question. Do they actually deserve to be your judge? Today I want to share something that no one teaches you in school or at work. No one is important enough to make you lose yourself. Once you understand these three ideas, you will take the steering wheel of your life back from other people's hands. First, most people aren't thinking about you nearly as much as you think they are. Have you noticed that you are completely relaxed around people you don't consider important? But the moment you are talking to a boss, a professor, or a major client, you tense up. Why? Because you've automatically placed yourself beneath them. You assume they are constantly evaluating you. But the truth is, the more power someone has, the less attention they usually pay to the tiny details you are obsessing over. In other words, you are not as important as you think you are. Research from Columbia University suggested that people in positions of power naturally focus more on their own goals. They don't have the time or energy to analyze every word you say or decode the meaning behind every facial expression. Ironically, it's usually the person who feels less powerful who becomes hyper-aware of what the other person thinks. At the end of the day, people mostly pay attention to the value you bring. Some people ask, what if I just become more humble, more accommodating? Doesn't that count as emotional value? Here's the thing. People who constantly shrink themselves to please others are everywhere. And when something becomes common, it loses its value. Be polite, be respectful, but don't lower yourself and don't expect self-sacrifice to earn you someone else's approval. Second, don't forget why you are there in the first place. Before you met anyone, ask yourself, what am I here to do? As long as you're focused on your objective, you're no longer standing trial. You are slightly getting something done. And that shift alone can calm your nerves. Studies have found that people who remain grounded in unequal power dynamics share one important trait. They focus on their mission, not the other person's mood. You can respect others, you can be courteous, you can do your work well. But deep down, you need to remember, I'm here to accomplish my goal. I'm not here to seek permission to exist. The moment you lock onto the task at hand, your entire state changes. Third, stop idolizing power. No matter how successful, influential, or intimidating someone seems, they still need to eat, drink water, and use a bathroom. At the end of the day, they're just human, just like you. So stop putting people on pedestals. Take off the filter. The moment you do, you will feel more at ease. Remember this, whenever two or more people interact, it's simply human beings navigating relationships, exchanging value, and pursuing their own interests. No one is born more worthy than anyone else. Life is meant to be experienced, not lived as a never-ending grading system. No one has a right to score your worth, and no one has authority to define who you are. Whether you're good enough, whether you're capable enough, so shift your mindset. Instead of thinking, I hope I don't mess this up, start thinking, I just need to do what I came here to do. That's how you reclaim your power. When you truly see others as your equals, no one can make you feel small. And remember this, no one has a right to define your value except you. I'm Yu. Follow me for more to level up your mind.